The Girl Who Found Her Voice. A Tale from the Heart of Africa. In a village where the sunset painted the evening sky like spilled honey, there lived a girl named Amara. Unlike the other children who filled the air with laughter and chatter, Amara hadn't spoken a word since her grandmother, the village's beloved storyteller, passed away the previous harvest season. The villagers whispered that Amara's voice had flown away with her grief, like a bird seeking warmer skies. But what they didn't know was that Amara wasn't silent because she couldn't speak. She was listening. Listening in a way few people ever do. Each morning she would walk through the village with an empty calabash gourd, collecting sounds instead of water. She gathered the melodic ring of the blacksmith's hammer, the soft whispers of mothers singing their babies to sleep, and the rhythmic swoosh of women pounding millet. In the evenings, she would sit beneath her grandmother's old baobab tree, close her eyes and let these sounds wash over her like rain. One day, while collecting the morning sounds, Amara heard something new: crying. Following the sound, she found a young boy named Kofi hiding behind his family's hut. His older brothers had teased him for being afraid to climb the tall palm trees like they did. Without hesitation, Amara sat beside him and opened her calabash. From it emerged all the sounds she'd collected: the courage in the blacksmith's hammer, the love in the mother's lullabies, the strength in the women's work songs. As Kofi listened, his tears slowly dried. The next day, Kofi joined Amara on her sound-collecting journey. Soon other children followed, curious about the girl who carried songs in a calabash. Each day, their group grew larger. When they found someone in need, whether a frustrated farmer whose crops were failing or an elderly woman who felt forgotten, Amara and her friends would share their collected sounds. The farmer heard the determined grunt of seeds pushing through soil after the first rain. The elderly woman heard the excited voices of children retelling her stories to their friends. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in farewell colors, the children gathered at the baobab tree as usual. But this time, something magical happened. Amara opened her calabash, and along with the day's collected sounds, out came her voice, stronger and clearer than ever before. "My grandmother once told me," she said, her words flowing like honey, "that the world speaks to those who listen. But its greatest gift is having someone to share its songs with." From that day forward, Amara became known not just as the girl who collected songs, but as the one who taught her village to truly listen. People said that when you passed by the baobab tree in the evening, you could hear the sounds of the whole world in the laughter and stories shared beneath its branches. Years later, when asked how she found her voice again, Amara would smile and say, "I never lost it. I was just learning that sometimes you need to fill your heart with the songs of others before you can sing your own." And so it became known throughout the land that the deepest wounds can be healed not just by speaking, but by listening, really listening to the songs that life sings all around us. Moral: true healing comes not from closing ourselves off in grief, but from opening our hearts to the stories and struggles of others. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give is simply to listen.